Thank you for all coming out. Thank you for being here at the launch of Mind Over Matter. Thank you to all the open micers. It's good to be back in Brixton. You know what I mean? And being that we're back here, I'm going to keep it Brixton. Who calls the shots on this rock? And who is the son that the God instruct? Whose spirit direct the flesh through blood? I one step ahead, a cut above. Yes, and I'm equally blessed with a zest for test mics and lay stress to. The best of, the rest of. Check the chat, I chuck over the best dub. DJ select live and direct, all uno best sign off to blood clot. Out to all uno who's the bad one. This your sound of the A1 champion. Me come for chant down Babylon, raise a nation. Genesis to Revelation. Come catch the rude boy in the dance. Fastness to rotted, get bare chant. What you say? Go on, run your mouth. HQ, no doubt, who run the route? Of a nightmare dream you're chasing. Lock off the tops, blow out the bass bin. With weight like a roots dub sound, enough I revise, but this ain't no crab down. John know from a touchdown is good. If you love her, them your style, ball forward. Just for the love of it, life in the ton of bricks. I lyric ride with them track on the rig. For the aye. Just for the love of it, life in the ton of bricks. I lyric ride with him track on the writ. For the man's in the land of suffering. Corners we come out, no towel chucking in. No man muscling, more hands knuckling. No man buckling, we warthogs rushing in. 9 pints of life's got these bloods bubbling. Only small mind find these talk troubling. Heart rate doubling, dripping with adrenaline. Stand for something more. Fall for anything, Babylon pressuring, negative messaging, no sleep, bun trees all night sessioning. Shots echoing, handcuff cutting, jailhouse beckoning, jailhouse reckoning. In this ghetto thing, we hide and Jekyllin. The great never make do, never settling. Life threatening, circles we stepping in. Intellect and exoskeletal toughening. Bloodlust looking for bigger and better things. Work brain top of the food chain hustling. No mollycoddling, self-pity wallowing. Better get used to the bitter pill swallowing. Mom's hollering, pale death collaring. Time's up to use the blind following. Lifetime reduced to time borrowing. Street life got young minds on other things, no God knowledge in. Times are troubling, the way we go on like we ain't worth governing. Uphill struggling, don't get much out of life. I wonder why when we ain't put nothing in. So it is man, a man keep coveting. Want reward without pain and suffering. If you know better, then do better. You become a man through pressure, ain't nothing puzzling. Now look at the state that your brother's in. A drug-induced madman muttering. Blame the ghetto, justify juggling. Screw-face posturing, predators locking in. The madhouse and crack house is packed out. Evidence that escapism is comforting. The grief-stricken in, shutter rum kicking in. Lack of direction linked to lack of discipline. The ton of bricks subtle mix that we living in is liquid nitrogen to nitroglycerin. Stray cats play back the street whispering. When wise ones lock off, they keep listening and keep giving in. It's easy to be weak. Besides billing, spliff they don't bill a thing. Medicines, big change, big rings. Big plans keep pockets fat. Man like Michelin. Waist with the pistol in. Battle scar face with the stitches in. Role model youth man mimicking life with the high def video visioning. Is this what got the ghetto red hot and blistering? Far from simmering, the whole scene sickening. Switchblade to your ribcage twisting in. Is this what it take for make a man feel masculine? Imagining that the world can't come crashing in. providing your mind with visual vitamins. My talk for your attention is riveting. Thank you. Please, I need all of you to purchase postcards at the back because I'm planning to go on a cruise straight after this. This for me is really, really exciting at the moment and very nerve-wracking at the same time. This piece is Unwritten Letters. You know what I mean? I dedicate this to my brother. Okay, is this better? Yeah. All right. Dedicate this piece to a brother who's passed, a brother Basim, who passed away last year. Always encouraging, always, always a joker. A brave brother civilized the citizens of the city, dealing death blows to the decadent that dwelt there, effectively exercising every evil in essence as the faithful were forfeit to fight for the fullness of their freedom, gratuitously giving ground and into greed to gain those things that were not God-given. His heart held no hatred for the hellbound, but was ever hopeful of help from on high. Instinctively, inspiration increased in spite of the ill-advised illusory ideas implemented by the iniquitous, jealous jackals, juiced the jugular of justice, journeying from Jesus to Judas, tempting to joust with judgments, killers, keen to kill kindred and kinfolk in order to become kings over kingdoms, not really knowing who keeps the keys to karma anyway. This legend in the land, by way of love, led men in their legions away from the lusts of low life living, to live limitlessly looking for meaning. The mere mention of metaphysics was far too much for mortal men, meanwhile motivating the mindset of the original man from melancholy to majesty. A nation with no name, in a new world, nurtured a need never to remain nameless, their noble nature now noticed by the necropolis knee deep in its own nastiness. According to the oral tradition, only the old oracles owed to the omen opened hearts in obeisance to the omnipotent one. As for the others, with every opportunity, they were overtly out to obstruct the primary pursuit of a proud people who, after the practical wisdom preached in principle by the prophets, learned to pick the path of perfection over perdition using the proven power of pentamerous prayers. Needless to say, the quarrelsome queued up and quizzed him for a quadrennium on his quest for people to make the quantum leap out of the quagmire. In his mind's quiet quarter, he mined from a quarry of quotes that more than qualified him to quash questioning quite easily, citing quality of life over quantity in life. Upon this, the raptorial ruling elite, realizing the revelation of the right path was indeed a revolution, the rhetoric of rebellion now rife in the region, had reckoned with razor-sharp reasoning to repress any resistance, ready to rise from the ranks of the sons sold into slavery by their siblings, their souls in surrender to the one symbolized by 7, seeking the strength to slay their subjugators. Not at all scared, for they had seen the Savior some speak of. He somehow seemed like them. Time for the tried and tested, truth that's trusted. Talk of triumph told on totems, testified in temples, targeted by tyrants, taken for granted and tarnished through our ages to now uplift the uprooted, who would with every unadulterated utterance urge their underlings to uphold uprightness, never underestimating what usurpers utilized in underhandedness to remain uppermost on the universe's ugly underbelly, thus ushering in the ultimate uprising of us, the undergods. Vanguard of the vulnerable, vowing victory for the once boisterous victims of these vampires. Like volcanic rumblings, vexations vibrated to the very ventricles of their vessels. Death's the only vaccine for the viper venom in their veins. The vitality of life is the vicinity where virtue versus vice. A world in which these wolves in their wickedness wage war on the wise warriors of the way, wasteland wayfarers, wielding wisdom as a weapon to the wonderment of the weak-willed, whittled to waifs, whilst withdrawing from the worship of wrongdoers. Now mark the spot where axes cross, in the middle of the symbol for infinity, perfection in symmetry and imbalance, the unquantifiable that quantifies talent, the multiplier, the kiss, numeric value of 10, the crossing of swords when there's something to defend, an illiterate signature, correction in learning, chromosome in the female of the species, twice occurring, a cross burning, symbol of worship, focal point of purpose, far beyond anything you can see at the surface, evident out of reach beneath, beyond knowledge, beyond faith, beyond belief. In search of something better, I testify, I sincerely love Allah's mathematics, XX plus XY. Yahuwah alladhi la ilaha illa huwa, yelling like a yearling. Yes, you over yonder, yet to yield up yesterday's yatagan of yellowness, yoking yourself for years to a yarn of youthful yearnings. Single lettering, beckoning, questioning, why? Why is acknowledgement of the metaphysical considered to be akin to madness? Why does humanity deny its beginnings in blackness? Why are we aggressively ignorant instead of placidly adaptive? Why can't men see that the mistreatment of women will forever be a step backwards? Why do we listen with attention inactive? Why yawn when there is no real effort in practice?
Sensei!
We're in the final straight. This is the home run now.
You've already hit the home run, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Better no flowers time.
Where there's a will, there's a way to win. Where there's a will, there's a way to win. Where there's a will, there's a way to win. Where there is a will, there is a way to win. Where there's a will, there's a way to win. Work and play to win. Knowledge, God, the greatest thing. Is how come we bypass the greatest, looking the latest thing? Is this the predicament that history has placed us in? We, the wafer thin, chase paper kings. Money don't make a king, nor does it bring the happiness that they say it bring. You know the shout, mouth open, story fly out, we taking it. Thinking like a slave ain't gonna change a thing if we can't start until someone else says begin. Free from chains and still can't break the link. How the hell on earth we expect to escape the brink of extinction? Let us face the fact that we're afraid to think that there is more to life than scrape and scrimp. So life becomes bitter and dry like the taste of gin. Anytime we take shortcuts, police take our prints. Whether for lesser or greater things, cha. Look at the state of things, look at the state we in. Minor virtues, major sins. A cold reflection of a system we raised up in. What will be the shape of things to come? If we ain't razor sharp, we'll be razor thin. We can turn it round in the time it takes to blink. If we can't see the kingdom, it must be a place within. One more? Oh, Lord.
Yes, please. Quick thing. Yes, please.
A quick thing.
No. Long thing.
No. The result is imperfection. The actual is in imperfection. Imperfection is where we are. If we are there, we cannot be perfect. We cannot be perfect. If we were perfect, we would never be in need. We would be like the God. We cannot be perfect. However, we can most definitely be better. To be better, we must do good. Doing takes us further away from imperfection. And that, my friends, is a result. I.AM.SHAHEED. Okay. Yeah! Lifestyle for sale. And every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe. All I got is my words and my deeds for real. Lifestyle for sale. And every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe. All I got is my words and my deeds for real. I echo from the ghetto. Bigging up black man from here to Soweto. Screwing at ruins of bare bricks and metal. Rioters have nots make bombs with petrol. Cities of anger, who dropped the clangor? Within one cycle of the earth, a law-abiding turns into a gangster. In the manner, raging like Bruce Banner. In this life, every man done have their price. And as sure as my baby can count to 10, me now look for angels in men or women. You know why? 'Cause most lie. I carve my destiny through the future with my gift from the Most High. As earners juggle and make money double and make believe said that the street seems the only hustle. This world is a toy box full of games and every man in it a try to work brain. As fact, it matters not what the color. It's not enough that some succeed, cause some have to suffer. I see red like Russia, thinking of the fuckery I could do as I reach for the knuckle dusters. But more dynamic is the struggle. Conflicts continue, blatant to subtle. I grab the mic and speak through a muscle. Keep focused, black man, don't buckle. Chapter. Lifestyle for sale. And every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe. All I got is my words and my deeds for real. Lifestyle for sale. And every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe. All I got is my words and my deeds for real. Devils are slick and trick with mind play. And to justify their bullshit, they find ways. So I find rest in the dark melanin night and escape the truth of all of those that don't tell it right. Because enough man's mission is division. We are all the same in the fact that we are different. Being alive, saying we gods, but still strive like slaves with backs blooded for 400. In this shitty metropolis, whose fate's foretold on the walls of a sarcophagus. Now we riff, car we in the mix of historics and hieroglyphics, brains bounce betwixt. Biblical and Quranic scripture, ewa. I formulate my own picture. I trust no one and follow none, but let the force guide me like the planets them round the sun. Lifestyle for sale, and every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe. All I got is my words and my deeds for real. Lifestyle for sale, and every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe. All I got is my words and my deeds for real. Pursue the truth, there's no monopoly. False ideologies shall turn into apologies. We're raised in the earth to fulfill prophecy. I.AM.SHAHEED, not idolatry. Let that stand. For every child, woman and man, let the elders take a rest and the rest take a stand. Keep your black fist closed, don't expose your black hand. Remember where you are and that you live in a land that warrants a Stephen Lawrence occurrence. We fight for justice, make God pass the judgment against all of those who don't have the covenant. Equating economics with spiritual substance, no doubt. Times are rough, times are tough when innocent ones of us bite the dust. The price is life. Make man pay the cost. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, blood for blood. Lifestyle for sale, and every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe. All I got is my words and my deeds for real. Lifestyle for sale, and every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe. All I got is my words and my deeds for real. My body carries the souls of many men that number the grains of sand in plenty lands. Beyond what your brains can scan, a great expanse, a world in the grasp of wicked hands that plan to keep tabs on man with barcode brands, living horribly below lines of poverty. in pursuit of pure pathways to dark ways. A horoscope, now stargaze at the last days. It's peace that my heart craves, but through the dirt of my own flesh I can't hear clear what my heart says. So to the God I chant praise and give thanks forever for what my hands never made. Lifestyle for sale, and every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe, all I got is my words and my deeds for real. Lifestyle for sale, and every somebody a story for tell. Best believers I live and breathe, all I got is my words and my deeds for real. Thank you.